2022 has definitely been that year for me. Hi there, my name is Buchi, and you're welcome to my 2022 recap. Do you guys know one of those years where you just realize that, oh my god, I am a human being, and not only am I a human being, I am an adult, and I'm all alone, and I'm very much responsible for everything that has to do with me. There's so much more going on this planet Earth, and there's so much more that just has to do with everything and every existence. 2022 was that year for me. A lot of bad things happened to me in 2022, and a lot of positives as well did happen to me in 2022. But above all, I would say I don't regret any of it. I do not regret 2022 happening, and I'm going to forever remember 2022. It's definitely that year that's never going to escape my mind ever. You can never and I can flow. I will take it slow. Yo, babes, it has taken me forever to fix this focus, and I really hope it's focusing because, girl, we're going to fight, okay? 2022 began kind of very sad for me. It was very traumatizing. I already was in a relationship that I would say was not going very well. It was already stressful on my mental health, that relationship. And I was already dealing with that mentally. And I was having kind of scruffies situation, or maybe I wasn't, and then I was paranoid, but I was definitely, my mom was struggling with paying my school fees that year because my two siblings just got into college as well, and I suddenly was not the only priority, and so there was definitely some delay, and I thought I was going to get deported, but that didn't happen. So I had that to handle, and I had that I was dealing with that mentally, and I was also dealing with my relationship, and I was dealing with myself as a human being and my other baggages. And on top of all of that happening, I got a news that one of my best friend just passed away. So, and that was that definitely threw me off my feet. It was not good. So yeah, my 2022, it did not start very well. It was at that point, it was at that moment that I realized, oh shit, you have a lot of work to do. I dealt with that for a very, very long time. For a long time, I could not film on YouTube. I went on a dramatically long break because I my mental health was on wreck. I was dealing with everything from all rounds of my life, so I had to go into therapy immediately. I was having creative block. I could not write, I could not design, I could not as a matter of fact, that was the last time I ever designed. I don't know if I ever told you guys, I did tell you guys before, but I am a graphic designer. That was the last time I ever touched anything design, and I could not create YouTube videos. I was just on a complete creative block. I couldn't do shit. I could not do anything at all. So I had to go into therapy. So already the first few months of my 2020 was bad. It was really bad. But above that, that made me face a lot of things in my life. Face the fact that I'm a human being, face the fact that I'm black, face the fact that I'm gay, face the fact that I'm leaving, face the fact that it forced me to look at things the way they actually are, and not the way I would like to look at them, and not the way I would love them to look. I actually looked at things the exact same way they are. I faced my truth thanks to therapy. I faced every aspect of my life, and I learned to start dealing with things as soon as possible. besides that negative that already started my 2022, I was having a bad year. But one of the first ever positives of 2022 was that I got monetized. I got monetized on YouTube. I was just about to be excited about that when I received the news of James dying. Although I didn't get chance to celebrate that, obviously, but I was actually very grateful. It was also in 2022 that I came out to my mother. I came out to my family as gay, as this topic has been the core of my living. This topic has been the most important part of my life. This coming out to her as a queer child, as a gay human being, has been the essence of my living. It's been the essence of my existence. It's been the reason why I'm alive. It's been the reason why it's the it. It's the beginning and the end of my life. It's what I've been about. And I had no idea this was going to happen when it happened. I just woke up one day and I could no longer see myself existing 1 second with her thinking that I'm this, but I'm not. I just could not live. I could not take another breath knowing that my mother thinks that I'm straight. I could not live it anymore. So I just pulled out my phone. I told my ex-boyfriend, I'm texting my mother now and I'm coming out to her right now. And I'm telling her, look, I'm gay. Deal with it. And so I did it. I picked up my phone. I also told my friend Charles. I picked up my phone and I wasn't even thinking about. Didn't even think about it for a second. I just saw myself typing a long message that I'm going to read for you guys later. I told her, look, mother, I'm this. This is me. This is how I am. Yeah, that did happen. It was in 2022 as well that I graduated. I became a graduate. I became officially a mechanical engineer. And I also ended a relationship, a long-term relationship of 2 years. I ended it in 2022. 2022 has been was the most eventful year of my life. And when I hear people say ups and downs, I never really understood it until 2022 came. Like, it was everything. It was chaotic. It was so much. It was just too much for anyone to go through in 1 year. But, despite all of these happening, despite all of my dealing with breakup, dealing with the good news that has happened, dealing with all of these things, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I was able to go through all of this. I'm grateful that I was able to come out of this by myself much stronger than I have. I learned who I am as a human being. I wouldn't say who I am. I learned to accept who I am as a human being. I learned how to work with what I have. I learned how to be content with who I am. I learned to love and accept myself as a human being. And all of this, I did it all on my own mental health, my own thinking, my own acceptance. And I'm very, very grateful that I went through that. The negatives that happened, the bad news was definitely not needed. I didn't need those. I definitely did not need those. But I'm not grateful that it happened, but I am proud of myself to have been able to pull myself out of it and still somehow manage to end the year as beautiful as I did. Out of all of these events that's happened, I would say my favorite is coming out to my family and to the entire human race as gay. This chapter, I am most proud of myself for doing that. If you'd speak to a younger me, I definitely did not see this coming. I was definitely not planning this. This was never going to happen. I thought I was going to go to my grave with this secret. Somehow, you meet people, you experience things, you go through time, you go through different thinkings, and then you realize things. You learn new things. You learn to accept things the way they are. You learn to be happy. You learn that you are actually supposed to love yourself. You learn that you're supposed to be happy. You learn that you deserve to be happy. So it's taken a lot of work. It's taken a lot of progress. It's taken a lot of thinking, but it happened, and I'm very grateful for that. And I'm also grateful for my YouTube channel, and I'm back. After James's death, it took me the entire year. I just actually just recently, it took me, I only just got back to YouTube in December, like fully. I only just opened up, and I actually just came back fully this December. So it's taken me the entire year to deal with this. And I'm happy that I'm proud of myself, and I'm proud of what I've accomplished. I'm proud of everything that I've done. I'll be forever grateful for it. And I'm glad that it ended the way it did. And I look forward to a beautiful 2023. I obviously don't expect it to be as beautiful as I would like, because I have learned a lot of lessons that you don't get what you want. You don't always get what you want. But I definitely do want 2023 to be less chaotic than 2022. Definitely want it to be peaceful. I would want a happy, peaceful, easygoing 2023. I pray that I get a lot of strength to carry through. I pray for strength, I pray for love, I pray for happiness, and I pray for peace. And I also know that you have gone through something similar, and I know that you probably didn't have the best. Even if you did have the best, I know that we all ended 2022, and it's okay. Whatever happened, it's okay. You can move on from that. And I also wish you guys a beautiful 2023. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for listening. Thank you for living. Thank you for loving yourself. Thank you for being there for yourself, for working hard. Thank you for spreading love. I love you guys so much. You guys mean so much to me, and I really need you to know that. Thank you for 2022. Thank you for everything. See you next time. Happy New Year.